up, guys? It is Polyblank back with another review. And sorry for this long span of just nothing, random stuff like memes, music, whatever. But there's been no Lego Transformers review. Now, these are not Lego. I don't know what system this is. So it reminds me almost of Kinects, but this is my collection. I wanted to see if I could make a Transformer out of it. These are my two attempts at making a Transformer, a very simple one and a more complex one. This one here is Stargazer, and I call this one Skipbeat. That's because he's fast, like he's hard skipping a beat, and Stargazer because he's a spaceship. That's really about it. Now, when it comes to the backstory of these characters, Skipbeat's from the planet Velocitron. If you don't know what Velocitron is, it's like a planet, a Cybertronian colony planet, where people like going fast. It's like NASCAR of the planet, basically. That's how I describe it. Stargazer's from an alternate timeline where much of the war, actually the war really didn't happen at all between the Autobots and Decepticons, and the war between the Quintessons was shorter. They kicked off the Quintessons a lot faster, and there was sort of just this long period of prosperity and peace, and the government was a lot better in this universe. And so there was a lot of experimentation with technology and stuff like that. And so they came up with this guy, who's almost like an Omega Supreme stand-in, because he's about that size. He doesn't turn into a base, he turns into a large ship. And he also splits in two ships, almost like a Duocon. So he sort of has, like, pointless extras, I guess you could say, that builds into sort of, like a play value to it in a sense. He's also a very old example of their sort of experimental technology. But he gets bored with this version of Cybertron, and he goes and travels the universe, and he winds up finding a black hole near his Velocitron, and gets sucked into it, which puts him on the main timeline's Velocitron, and he meets Skipbeat, who instantly challenges him to a race. Now, unknown to him, Stargazer's actually very fast, super fast, and he beats him right off the gate. And Skipbeat gets like basically becomes a fanboy instantly, and sort of like is like in debt to him at this point. And so they sort of become like a duo, the old man and hotshot sort of duo, where you got the hotshot who wants to challenge everybody, and then you got the older guy who sort of just wants to be chill, explore the universe, live out the rest of his days peacefully. But Skipbeat starts following him around, sort of showing him around his version of Velocitron, and sort of eventually leads into him helping him back to his universe. And so that's sort of the story and the dynamic behind these two. So, on to transformation. Transformation of this guy is very simple. It's almost like G1 Minibot level simple. Just flip down the legs, flip down the arms, and boom. Now, I actually drew up some concept art for these guys, and this guy really looks nothing like his concept art. You can see Skipbeat's Cybertronian truck mode, sort of based on the Cybertron video games, and then his robot mode. Doesn't really look much like that, but it's a close approximation. We're gonna set him off to the side, and then we have Stargazer. Now, to do his separate ship modes, you want to detach it at this gray brick right here. Set that one off to the side, flip that back down, turn it around, flip these like that, and then you have one ship. This one's easier. Just flip these down, and then you have two ships. Now, to go into robot mode, you just want to put them back together. Put the two ships back together. Sort of transform it back into the combined ship mode. So that means you want to flip these around, sort of coming to the front, flip these around. Wait, no. There we go. Flip it around like that in this orientation. Then flip the hands up and flip these out like that. Then you want to turn this around, then turn the cockpit, or the nose cone, rather, around. of the other ship, and then boom. He's very tall, like I said, and he doesn't really stand because he doesn't really have feet, and he can angle his legs out like this and sort of rest him on his leg boosters almost, and he's kind of got like this accordion out sort of body. Doesn't really peg in. I mean, this was an attempt at making the Transformer out of this system. So we have Stargazer. I'm just kind of going to lay him down awkwardly and bring out Skipbeat, who can stand because his feet are flat. And you can see the height difference between these two. Now, originally I had thought of like an alternate mode for Skipbeat that would be like a carrier for his ship mode, and I was like, nah, it's kind of awkward in my opinion. I guess I'll show you Stargazer's concept art. I drew it all on the same page, so that's his ship mode right there. It's obviously a lot more sleek than, you know, the brick built one, and then that's his robot mode. Sort of with the Captain Quark inspiration from Ratchet and Clank. I sort of made him similar to that design. It's sort of like a transformer form of Captain Quark. Obviously, they don't really share anything personality-wise, but design-wise, with the three fingers, sort of like the Martian-esque, like head antenna type thing. I think Captain Quark has one of those. But anyway, that's Skipbeat and Stargazer. He's not really in shot, but you know, it is what it is. But anyway, I'm gonna end this review off. Well, actually, I'll say something first. A little sneak peek of the next thing. This is Cop Out, who's kind of the main character of my Transformers universe. She turns in. Oop. There we go. It's not a polyblank review without a little awkward moment, but she turns into sort of whatever this is. But anyway, next review might be this, sort of the customizations on the smoke screen that I've done. I'm not going to show everything, because why would you watch the review? Also did his weapons in silver rather than the blue that they come in. Also, whatever I get for Christmas, I might review some of that, depending on, you know, what it is, but it is what it is, and this is Polyblank signing off, and, you know, as the great Optimus Prime said, well, he said many things, but this is Polyblank signing off, and as always, transform and roll out.